Thanks very much, Marco, for the kind introduction and the invitation to speak today, which is a real honor to be able to speak to you all about FinLeap. So I would like to start to introduce myself. I started my career in the old economy, worked 10 years for the Boston Consulting Group with a focus on financial services. In 2012, I switched sides and have been a CEO of 2 different online companies for several years that we were able to sell to strategic buyers. And now, at my role at FinLeap as a managing director, I try to support our ventures to find the best strategy to grow their business. So, what are we doing at FinLeap? FinLeap is a Berlin-based European company builder, and our goal is to build the best fintech companies in Europe. So, why company building in fintech? The answer is pretty easy. With $160 trillion US, the market for global financial services is huge. The potential for digital models is probably even bigger than this, as we see more and more digital models coming up in industries that are quite adjacent to ours. There's a lot of potential, and compare this to the entrepreneurial activity and the high funding volumes that reached more than 20 billion alone this year worldwide. There's still so many problems in everyday life consumers and enterprises are facing related to financial services. So you see still people queuing at ATMs, as cash is still the primary payment method in most developed countries. And the majority of all processes in banking and insurance are manual and paper-based that lead to high inefficiencies, too high prices, and especially low transparency for consumers and enterprises as well. So how do we try to solve these everyday problems of consumers and enterprises in financial services? Our industry is quite tough. It's highly regulated, and it's a long-term game based on high customer acquisition costs or sometimes low margins. So to build sustainable business models in this space, we believe you need 3 pillars. The first is entrepreneurial execution. So to have an entrepreneurial team that has already worked on several models in this space and knows exactly the customer pain points, supported by strong industry experts coming from the banking or the insurance space who know the current market, the incumbents, and can solve all regulatory and legal issues involved in the current business model. And last but not least, the best tech talent around the world who support quick prototyping to test product market fit quite early on. So at FinLeap, you see most of the time co-founders in the business who consist of digital natives, best tech talent around the world, and 10, 15 years experienced experts from the banking and insurance industries. So people who would probably have never met before to think about building a business together. So what have we achieved so far? FinLeap is now a little bit more than 2 years old. In that time, we built 10 different ventures in the fintech space with a focus on B2B and B2B2C models. So far, we achieved a funding volume in all those companies and FinLeap that equals more or less 20% of all fintech investments in Germany per year. So where do our ideas come from? Solaris Bank is probably one of the best examples we have in the portfolio. The idea came up when we weren't able to find the best white label bank for our own fintechs that was fast and flexible enough. So we decided, let's build our own fully digital bank. And we did that in just 11 months. We built a full stack white label bank with a full banking license in Germany. The approach is quite modular. So if Solaris Bank is asked by clients, they try to combine the different bricks you see here on the left-hand side to offer, for example, credit, savings, or account white label products to either fintechs, e-commerce players, or even established banks. To stay with one example, the savings bundle. A typical customer for this product would be, for example, our own venture, Savedo. Savedo offers low-risk asset classes to retail customers in Europe and solves really relevant problems the customers face today due to the low interest rate environment we have. So thinking about putting money into a savings account, you would probably not get more than, let's say, 0% at the moment. Savedo offers products from different European countries with up to 2.5% interest rate per year, with a very, very easy process for the consumer and solving the problem here very efficiently. On the other hand, Solaris uses Savedo to gather deposits for its own business at affordable customer acquisition costs, and especially without having to build our own consumer brand, which is really expensive in this space. So this is where we see some synergies already in our portfolio. So coming now from two exemplary ventures in our portfolio to the vision of FinLeap, what we would like to do in the next years is build or invest in the best fintech players in Europe along 3 different layers. The first one are players that are infrastructure companies, like Solaris Bank, or, for example, a digital insurance platform. That is the base for every other business that we model with, we can put on top of it. The second layer are front-end players that offer different products in that space that we can bundle either for the consumer, like the Savedo product, or for small enterprises. A good example would be our debt collection business, Per Finance, which is purely digital. And the third layer would be tech players. So everything around data, scoring, KYC, and things you can imagine. FinReach also presented here. They have a fantastic account switch kit and depot switch kit they can offer to banks. Edenva, we just started that business, which is a white label digital asset manager. So in comparison to all the consumer-fronted robo-advisors we see here, we try to solve the problem of the middle-sized asset managers here. So this is the vision we want to reach in the next 3 to 5 years for FinLeap. Because we strongly believe that in any other industry before, the platform players are probably the digital winners in the future in this space. So coming now from the first years where we tried to build the best fintech companies in Europe, our aim now is to build the best fintech ecosystem in Europe. So if any one of you considers to join that ride, I would be very happy if you get to me. Thanks very much.